Hi, this is KB and this is the moon phase report for Taurus. So Taurus right now, there's lots of, you're needing to kind of go to higher levels with the way that you're thinking. There's been a little bit of limitation, maybe not even believing that some things can be accomplished or manifested in your life, and there is a need for you to kind of expand in a way and kind of go beyond any limits that you've learned or have been programmed into you. Most likely this is something coming from childhood, so you will want to look at your kind of growing up environment and what you picked up, because this is about you picked up this way. It's not like it was a bad thing that happened to you and was done to you and a violation kind of thing, but it's just something that you picked up and now you're carrying it on. And you know, evolution is a fact, and a consciousness and awakening are facts, and they're such a big part of our life that you really do have to open up to the truth that some things need to be let go and transformed and brought to a higher level. So there's thoughts that you have in your mind that are needing to go to a higher level. One that is just not so limited, one that believes miracles can happen, one believes that we are unlimited beings who can create anything that we want in our life through our thoughts. So this could be something that you're kind of awakening to. It can be like things are coming into your life that are showing you this. Like maybe you're just seeing how just little shifts in what you're saying and what you're thinking is possible is actually bringing things really quickly into your life. So there is to be a total transformation. There is an absolute rebirth kind of thing needed with some thought things that you are thinking. And this full moon will kind of open them to you. It can either be, like I said, through witnessing something else coming so quickly because you made a change, and each one of those will open you to making more, you know, because you're like, oh wow, oh my gosh, I changed that and look at how quickly. So I would expect that something will come quickly already to kind of show you that this works, and then that will build your confidence to want to change things, you know, to want to be like, I don't want to limit myself so much and say that can't be done, or I can't do that, or you can't do that, that can't be done. How unfun is that, you know, to kind of live a life like that? We don't have to do that. We really don't. We're in full control here. So there's also going to be some things with just any kind of way that you're kind of thinking about wanting to expand your life. So you know, with moving, with traveling, with meeting new people, and with shoot, come here, boy, come here. Shoot, I wish you'd come here. I can save you. Keep doing that. There you go. You got it. But so something with like wanting to really expand your life too, like maybe feeling so bound, like the house is too small, the walls are coming in on me. There's something too with you really needing to decide to expand things in your life, just to start naming what you want to have happen, you know, instead of just accepting something that's kept you in a smaller space. You know, this is about broadening that stuff. If you have something that you want to share, getting it out there, believing in yourself, believing you can do this, there will be that element too. Just kind of transforming something that was like a ceiling in your life, with thoughts, with your dreams, with what you think is possible, with what you think you can do to expand your life. So there's going to be there's a need for it to completely like move into new world energy way of thinking, put it that way. And there's definitely too, like if you know, with your communications, there's going to be a huge influx of energy that's going to be ushered into that arena anyway. And you know, we've been working on that, you know, how you talk, how you don't really say things because you want to play nice. And Jupiter, when it moves into Cancer on the 26th, is going to go into that house, and it's really going to help you to what's really beautiful, not only really speak your truth, but it's going to help you always do it in a really proper and supportive way. So you already know how to do that anyway, but now you're going to be able to say so much more, but in this supportive kind of way. So there's going to be room for a lot of healings with people, a lot of peace with people, because you're going to understand how to, because before, like, you would put into a category certain things of, and you don't say those things, and I can't say that, just stay quiet. But now you're not going to be able to stay quiet. You're going to have to speak up, but you're going to do it in this way that's always going to be very supportive and caring. And like, the more you do this, the more you're going to be able to speak up about everything. You know, the more you're just going to be able to say it. You're not going to have that burden, because there's this one, it's with the throat. Like Taurus always have this really sensitivity with their throat, because they clench it, because they go, don't say that, you don't say that, that's not something you say. And you're just going to be able to maybe transform that so that you don't have that kind of a restriction on you of you don't say things that are in this certain category, but that you learn to say them in a way that is nurturing and supportive, so that now there's no categories of don't say. You're instead going to learn a way to say them so that they're loving and honoring and supportive and taken care of. So that's really beautiful, and that'll be the whole year. So it's something that you're building up to. So bit by bit, you'll start like going out on a limb and saying things that you maybe wouldn't have before. So that's really cool. With Mercury going retrograde on the 26th, you're really going to start thinking of these. It's 3.5 weeks, but you're going to be pulled back, and really probably a lot of things from your past will be coming to you of where you wished you would have communicated. Many of these you will still have the opportunity to bring the peace. You will eventually be coming forward and being like, hey, I need to talk to you about this thing. But the first thing in your thought is not, I need to get this off my shoulders, but it's going to be, I want to bring the peace. So having that in your mind at the first, not I want to be heard, I want to be heard, I want to be heard, but I want to bring the peace between us. And you don't even have to say that, but you make that your intention, and it's going to lay out the pavement of, it's going to pave the way for a better way of communicating with people, so that you can really let go of that burden of holding on to things so much, so that you can really transform what you can or cannot talk about. So that you can open up to it can all be talked about. You know, the reason sexual abuse, like the reason that like it has happened to 90% of people, is because it was never supposed to be talked about. It was one of those things you just didn't talk about. And now everybody talks about it. You know, now we're like, we can talk about it, you know, so it's a really good thing. And that's the only way to facilitate healing, you know. If you don't talk about it, it's a buried wound, and it's this thing inside of you that will create cancer. So think about that too, because there's a lot you need to say, and we want to hear you say it. And you're going to figure, you already have an excellent way of communicating anyway, of all the beautiful subjects. So now all the ones that are considered dark or not talked about, you're just going to find a way to communicate about them. And this can also, you know, facilitate a healing within yourself, not only others, but definitely others. So that's going to be going on with the Mercury. And then the thing too about this, what's really cool is that, you know, everything for everybody right now is with layers. So you're going to work on this thing of transforming this way of thinking, like you're putting too many fences on things, and you're going to bust through those and be like, the sky is the limit for everything. And by making these changes and transforming these things, giving yourself permission to speak up, to speak your opinions, to share what you're really thinking, as long as it's caring, you know, and supportive. And it's going to end up really kind of solidifying all relationships, friends, partners, all the people in your life are just going to start loving you so much more, and seeing you as so much more valuable to them. You know, it's kind of like, it's going to affect so much. So like your romantic relationships can go deeper and more solid and more real and sustainable. And then friendships too, where you're just going to be able to do more with influencing and being more seen in groups. It's kind of like too, like, you know, I just thought about how a lot of Tauruses, they'll stay kind of on the down low in groups or in things, and not shining so much, more wanting to stay, you know, in the background, mellow, watch what's going on. And this will be something where, like, these changes that you're making will so energetically move outward so that others will just see you different. You know, you will be seen as different within the group. You will be seen as more having this valuable piece that people want to come to you for. You know, but it's all with you kind of busting out of this mental block box that you know, you agreed to get in the box in childhood days from seeing something and buying into something that you were taught. And you're just going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you know what this is. This is bringing up things already for you. But now is really going to be the power to cleanse this. The power to, like, cut these cords of other people's beliefs. Yuck. That's like the worst, you know, unless they're your best friends and they're on the exact same page of you. You know, people with different beliefs in your body, that just doesn't work. And that's like, it's never going to feel good. So that's what's going on for you. Enjoy it. Open to the largest vistas you can think of. And when we get to the new moon, we're going to work more on, like, initiating the energy to start this new way of communications. And then you got Jupiter there for a whole year working to really expand your voice out to the people, and also any messages you're sharing, anything you're working on. If you're working on writing a book, like that too will be along with getting that energy and sharing it out with the world. Okay, so you have a beautiful full moon, and I will see you 2 weeks with the new moon in Cancer. Have a beautiful day. Bye.